Thanks to Morning Brew for sponsoring this video. PS5 shells are the new wave right now, and I've bought 3 of the most popular shells currently on the market. So today we're going to take a look at them and compare them to each other and see what the best fits for you, who has the best quality, and who has the best value. Now, I spent a lot of money on this video, so I would really appreciate it if you left a like on it. It really helps out a lot. First up, we have the CMP Customize My Plate shells. Now, these guys were the first in the PS5 customization game. Pre-orders went up last year, even before the PS5 came out, but they ran into some legal trouble with Sony and were forced to rebrand. Their old name was Platestation 5. You could probably see why there was some legal issues. Anyways, they eventually rebranded to CMP Shells and came out with a super limited edition number of plates. According to their website, they only made about 1,000 of these. And if you go to their website right now, they're completely sold out. I'm not sure if they're going to make any more. Anyways, I ordered this months ago, so let's see what we got. Okay, the overall quality of this one looks pretty good so far. I'll go over the specific details and differences in between these later on in the video, but for now, let's just focus on the unboxing experience. Ah, geez. It looks like there's some visible mold lines by the disc area. Can you see it? Alright, not bad for a first impression. Alright, now before we get into the Dbrand Darkplates, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a free daily newsletter that makes reading the news actually fun. Best part is, it's 100% free. It takes everything you want to know about tech, business, and everything else and sums it up in a really witty and informative way. Before Morning Brew, I would just wake up and I would start doom scrolling across things like Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, just trying to find out the best news and figure out what's going on in the world that day. With Morning Brew, it makes it really easy to figure out what's going on in these super short and readable, easy to consume sentences. Like just this week, I finally learned what NFTs are and how people are selling these digital artworks for millions of dollars. It's crazy. If you're interested in business, finance, or tech, there's no reason not to subscribe to Morning Brew. It's completely free and it literally takes less than 15 seconds to subscribe. Click the link in my description below to give it a try today, and thanks to Morning Brew for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so the Dbrand Darkplates. Most of you guys are probably already familiar with Dbrand. They make a bunch of different skins for a ton of different phones, consoles, and other tech stuff, and they're generally known for their high quality standards, so I'm really excited to try these out. Originally, they planned to sell some custom skins instead of shells like they do for their other products, but ended up deciding against it because people were too stupid to apply them right? Those are their words, not mine. So they decided against it and just released these. Only problem with these is that these are back ordered for a pretty long time, so just keep that in mind. Right off the bat, I immediately can tell that the finish on this is amazing. It almost glows. And look at that, they even got their own little cute design, isn't that nice? That's funny. Okay, this one by far has the most personality. Everything from the box to the little jokes on the inside is just great. Dbrand also sent over these. They're skins for the top of the middle of the console, since I'm sure many of you know that these things are really easy to scratch up. Alright, the Dbrand Darkplates look great. Now, lastly, I did buy some generic Chinese knockoff plates from AliExpress, just to get a baseline for how all these plates look and feel, and to see if it's worth spending the extra few bucks instead of these other ones here. Now, I know I didn't have high hopes for these, but man, just judging by the condition of the box that this thing came in, I am not expecting much. I mean, look at this thing. Combine that with the fact that I ordered 2 of these, and one of them never even showed up, and I am really skeptical here. I think the YouTuber Mystic mentioned the exact same thing happened to him. Okay, I can see presentation was definitely not their top priority here. Oh no. Oh man, on top of that, this isn't even one of those satisfying wraps. This just feels and sounds awful. It's like really cheap plastic. Okay, so we got a couple dents on top, in the middle, and it's bent pretty hard. Okay, let's just hope the other piece wasn't damaged at least. Pain. Okay, so for about $60, I got a damaged set of shells and a set of shells that never showed up. I will say this though, this definitely could have been avoided. Notice how the other packages at least had some sort of padding in them. This thing had almost nothing. To me, it's clear that the quality control definitely wasn't their focus here. Which sucks because these plates were actually the one that I spent the most on, since I bought 2 different colors. Okay, let's talk assembly. On the PS5, swapping out the faceplates is surprisingly easy to do actually. You just lay it on its side, pull up and out, and it's off. Best part is, if you want to look into your fan and maybe clean it out, you can finally do it without voiding your warranty. Then you can just grab the new faceplates and click them into place. Pretty simple. So here's what the CMP plates look like. They look really nice in my opinion. I'm not going to say it's perfect though, because from afar on a desk, it looks great, but once you start looking closer, it kind of starts to fall apart. For example, if you notice by the sides, you can see by the serial number that the finish isn't all that good really. There's little grills or print marks right outside the disk drive. I'm not too much of a fan of that honestly, it feels kind of cheap. I'm beginning to feel like these might have been drop shipped. I wanted to reach out and ask where these plates might have been manufactured in, but their Twitter's gone. This is starting to become really sketchy. So in short, I pre-ordered these before I even knew if I was going to get a PS5, and I can now safely say that if you missed out on these, cool, because you're not really missing much. They look great from afar, and I think I might be keeping this one myself, honestly. But yeah, this is really just okay in my opinion. Okay, I want to get this out of the way before we keep going. I need to address the blue cheap faceplates. So the plates were damaged pretty bad, but in spite of that, I at least wanted to give it a try and see if I can give it a proper fit. But I was sitting here for like 10 minutes trying to get this thing on and I just had no luck. It felt cheap and it kept creaking and it just wasn't all that well made.
Oh my god.
I gave up, but eventually I did manage to get it on. And it completely devalued my PS5. I felt poor just looking at it, and it felt like a knockoff console you'd see at a flea market. I'd say stay away from these ones. Not only do they look terrible and super cheap, they might not even show up. Your PS5 deserves way better than this. Alright, now for the Dbrand Darkplates. Not sure if they did anything in particular, but besides the OEM plates, this one was the absolute easiest one to install. Now, this one expectedly had the best quality control by far. It had 0 mold lines at all. I couldn't find any, especially by the disc slot, which the other guys seem to have the most issues with. I really love how these plates have special details around the edges, which are just filled with little robots and skulls etched into the tiniest print. To compare, the other ones had just plain noise on theirs. To be honest, the shade of black in between this and the CMP shell is practically identical, but the finish is just much better all around. This one is definitely my favorite, but what do you think? Alright, lastly, let's talk stickers. If you decide not to get plates, but still want to customize your PS5, I managed to get these off of eBay for about $6. It just sticks under your faceplate, you close it up, and you have a nice colored retro PlayStation logo on your PS5 now. It's a super easy way to customize your PS5 without spending too much, and I honestly love this. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick these up. Only issue is this won't work if you get custom faceplates, as it seems all of them on the market right now don't have the PlayStation logo on it. Not exactly sure why, but if you might have an idea why, let me know in the comments. Also, Dbrand sent over these. They're stickers to cover the entire middle piece, as I'm sure you know the glossy plastic is an absolute fingerprint magnet. Alright, let's get this installed. Okay, talk about unique. I love the way this looks. The details of every little design is just amazing and super clear, and overall it just looks really good. I even tried it on with the white plates just to see what it looked like. Of course, vinyl wraps are kind of Dbrand's bread and butter, so I'm not really surprised. These guys skin literally everything. When can I skin my Nissan Cube, you guys? Come on, let's make it happen. Okay, so I don't know why I thought it was going to be a lot closer race than I thought. Right now, it just feels like there's not really that many good options on the market. The CMP shells are sold out already, and who knows if they're ever going to restock. Dbrand, while being the best product out right now, is going to take months for it to get to anybody around since they're so backordered for so long. And as for the knockoff plates, I can think of better ways to waste $30. Right now I just feel like it's kind of the beginning. The whole faceplate situation is undoubtedly going to bring more competitors into the mix, and that means that there are going to be more options for people to choose when they're picking out their faceplates. The PS5 customization game is still kind of early in my opinion. It's only been a few months since the PS5 has been out, and there's still a chance that Sony might come out and release their own faceplates. Maybe not this year or even this month, but eventually. So I hope you find this useful, but I do want to ask you guys though, for the 4 people that are watching this that actually managed to get a PS5 right now, what do you think about these faceplates? Are you considering getting one? Are you interested in different colors? Maybe you're thinking of doing something custom, or do you just not care about how your PS5 looks? Let me know in the comments. I got a couple other videos over here if you want to check them out. They're really nice. I think you're going to like them. And thank you for watching.